The Queen of Belgium's visit to Ghana was to simply promote the Sustainable Development Goals in the rest of the world, where she is one out of the 17 ambassadors and an honorary chair of the United Nations Children Fund. She took the opportunity to visit Ghana's niche cocoa, and Odilia Ntiamwa has been following development in the sector and now reports that the company employs more than 10,500 people in the value chain.
Niche Cocoa, days before Queen Matilda de Cour's visit to Ghana, received communication to the effect that she will touch base with them. The reason? Sustainable Development Goals. The company initially received close to $5 million from the Belgium Development Fund for expansion in order to create sustainable jobs. Goal 8 of the SDGs. Key on the agenda for her visit is also to tell how gender equity is being championed.
There wasn't really any expertise as far as chocolate making was concerned and setting up. We already had expertise in cocoa processing and all that, but we didn't exactly have expertise in that. And so because I was the one working on product development, we figured that since we wanted a world-class product, I wanted a product that would be able to compete with the top-known brands. And so we needed to have the skill set to be able to do that. And because of that, I was the company funded me traveling abroad and then spending some time with some chocolate companies who are well known. And then we had a couple of chocolate experts actually come here and work with me a little bit in the lab with the product development. So I was able to pick up a few things and then applied that to both the product design, packaging design, and then the setup of the entire place, of course with the help of the entire team.
In the company, the Queen is treated to a 3-minute documentary on the activities of Niche in championing the Sustainable Development Goals. Slipping into an overall, Queen Matilda and her entourage were keen to know the activities of Niche Cocoa. Niche makes a yearly profit of $120 million and produces cocoa liquor and chocolate for exports. Operations Manager Lloyd, taking the Queen round, indicated the company has over 360 workers directly and over 10,000 farmers who supply the company with premium cocoa. Niche exports over 50 20 to 40-footer containers of products every week. The tour ends where cocoa beans are brought in. Close by, chocolate produced by Niche were ready to be served. Queen Matilda's biggest interest is the farmers, and it's evident here.
We have vertical integration. We produce in the field and we make sure that it's processed in Ghana through the support of Belgium. So we are most grateful for this support.
Backtracking, I'm off to Suhum to meet cocoa farmers who make companies like Niche Cocoa exist and the whole cocoa sector worth close to $200 billion. The issues farmers face are many. Cocoa pricing, late arrival of implements, which means their cocoa will not yield as much as they want, are the issues that Antia Kosia and Opari get busy talking to me about.
The organic spray for cocoa is not in the market, so Cocoa Board has to bring it on time. Otherwise, our cocoa trees will be diseased. We are pleading with them to bring the spray early enough.
Cocoa Board later tells me they will even stop supplying the implements since it's become burdensome.
What we are going to do is to move out, but we do not want to move out without giving the farmers a credible alternative where they can have access to all the services that are needed for to cultivate cocoa. So before we move out, we want to put the system in place. Then as we move out and we don't buy any inputs, we allow the private sector, we will register them and all the registered inputs, and so now they can sell inputs directly to the farmers, and we will pay farmers subsidy to be able to access the inputs.
Farmers are being encouraged by Cocoa Board to produce more per acre so that the reduction in the world market could not affect them much.
From the same 1 acre. So once we have the potential to increase productivity from the same 1 acre, the way forward to addressing this challenge of low world prices of cocoa is to get farmers to accept the challenge, to go with us, to come along and adopt the interventions and increase the farm productivity.
However, farmers here produce more than the agent who buys organic cocoa can take. While 500 tons are produced per season, only 1,000 can be bought by Yayura Global. But all is not that gloomy. Niche Cocoa buys 1,000 tons of premium cocoa from the farmers that earns them 40 cedis per bag more.
The technical support from the extension officers has been really helpful. I now get more than enough, and the bonus is also good. I get enough money to weed. I could have as much as 10 million cedis. My family is really benefiting.
Okay, Tamana on by an ayatini. We are to be between about 5 bars.
I used to get 5 bags, but since the extension services started, I make as much as 10 bags. The premium is also good. Now, through the premium, my child has completed SHS.
They also receive constant extension services, which is paid by Niche Cocoa.
Our priority is to do sustainability, and with the cocoa trees being alive for so long as they can be maintained, you can also remain in your job, and you have the job security that your job is always available for you.
Niche Cocoa's footprints affects 10,500 farmers in providing sustainable jobs and gender equity. No wonder Queen Matilde visited Odile Ntiamwa Joy Business.